EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On third down, Eason, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Calvin Ridley, 74 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7. Panthers.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's McDonald. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Play action. It's McDonald. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
To number 8.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
And a Panther first down.
From the gun, McDonald. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Carolina.
McCaffrey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Slide.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Panthers 14, Colts 7.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down now, it's Taylor. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
68 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Is the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work these to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now the second down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Panthers.
On 1st and 10, McDonald buying time to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
4 makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Eason escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score, Colts 28, Panthers.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Eason.
Rolling to his right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Hey, check back, check back. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 4, check 4. Bang, 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 bang. Slam, slam.
The give to Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Check, 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 check.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's McDonald to throw.
Being chased out left.
Oh, McDonald sacked. A loss of 2 yards. And it's
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
13.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Take it at the 37. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Taylor. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
The score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score, Colts 42, Panthers 14. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun. McDonald
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
9-yard gain on the play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, McDonald. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And 10 yards to
So
go.
back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to you. I get back in 60. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check smash. Check smash.
Play action. It's Eason.
Cooper's got it. And all the way down to the 37. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 33-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Carolina.
They go play action with McDonald. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of the time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Jonathan Taylor.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
62 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Colts 52, Panthers 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, McDonald, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
First down, Panthers.
From the gun, McDonald eluding the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Grover Stewart. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Panthers 14.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Christian McCaffrey.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing is McDonald. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer.
Is good.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 34. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Eason on second down.
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Taylor.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
No pain, no gain. Set up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check. Fresno.
Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore. It's 3rd down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for Bill Jaguars.